My name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about my comeback down to reality and kind of how that has affected not only my plans but also how it's affected my anxiety and how things have really changed over the last week and a half and all of that fun stuff. So it's no shock to a lot of people, but I actually have anxiety, and anxiety is something that I've dealt with for a while, and I've just kind of I don't know, it wasn't that I didn't talk about it, but I just kind of let it be. I felt like I had a good handle on it, and then for a little bit I really didn't have a handle on it. And a lot of that did stem from my not being able to start college this semester, and I don't know, it just went haywire and my brain went haywire and it was a little intense. So let's talk about what happened. So a couple weeks ago I made a statement on Instagram first, and I said I wasn't sure if college was for me. And then I was talking to someone, she's like, what do you think you're gonna do if you don't get a degree? And that was kind of step one. That kind of pushed me into being what do I think I'm gonna do without a degree, Megan? So that was the first thing. And then I said, I kind of want to get into social media marketing and managing and stuff. And that's great, right? But then I started thinking about it and I went, but wait, where is that gonna be in 10 years? You never know. The reality is in 10 years, we may not be using social media like we do today, and we might not need social media managers and social media marketers and all of that stuff, Chances are we will, but you never know. Prior, maybe 3 months, I had been really putting myself in a position of doing a lot of stuff. A lot more than I should have been putting on myself. And it was getting to the point where I was waking up in the morning doing work, and then I was going to work and doing work, and then I was going home and doing work. And I was stressing myself out. And I think that totally, I think that does have something to do with the fact that I kind of was getting really bad anxiety and I was being really stressed out, because obviously stress can equal anxiety. So I decided, not last week but the week before last, that I needed a break. I just needed to stop. I didn't need to worry about filming YouTube videos. I didn't need to worry about editing videos. I didn't need to worry about writing blog posts and editing blog posts, and if I got an Instagram photo up or if I sent a tweet out that day. I needed to just take a break and relax, because I was doing so much. And that's the thing. I was doing a lot more than I should have been. And I was putting that stress on me, and that stress was making me have anxiety, and the anxiety was going haywire. The reality is I'm 23. I don't have kids. In 5 years, I probably will have kids. So, maybe not, but, you never know, realistically. In 5 years, am I going to be able to go to college and get a degree and spend the time to get a degree? No. Because in 5 years, I'll be 28. And honestly, even though I know that people get degrees at 50, and start a career at 50, I know that I wouldn't want to do that. And one thing that I've always said, hands down, is that when I have kids, I want to have a career. I know you cannot always plan that, and it doesn't always work that way, but that is something I've always said I wanted. I always said I wanted to be able to provide the best for my kids whenever that time came. So, that is kind of where I'm at with that. Well, then I thought, okay, Megan, you could start a career and you could run a business and you could do social media, but what happens when I have kids? Or what happens if I don't enjoy it? Or what happens then? Because I love YouTube, right? But I don't think I'd want to edit other people's videos for a living. I love blogging, but do I really want to blog, run a website of other people? I have no idea. And while yes, I'm still gonna work towards those goals, I am not going to make that my main focus. So my comeback down to reality was, what is going to make me happy as far as like a career, or as far as a degree, or as far as that. Now, for a long time when I was younger, I used to always say I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a history teacher, high school. I don't know if that's a thing now. I don't think so. I think I'll probably end up teaching like elementary school. But I always said that. I said I want to be a teacher. But then there was different things. There was just different circumstances, and I never wanted to admit it, I guess. Well, I did, but it's so confusing because it's like I didn't want to say, oh, like I want to be a teacher, because I felt like there was a stigma behind it. But over the course of like the last year, I have definitely realized I need to do what I want to do and not what everybody else thinks I should do. So how has that reality like affected my stress and affected my anxiety? Honestly, I have had the best 2 weeks. And in the weirdest way, it seems like ever since I figured out, okay, Megan, you're going to go to school, you're going to get a degree, you're going to then work towards getting another degree, I feel so much better now. Like I don't feel so like crazy. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, you know, and it also kind of correlates in the sense of like YouTube and those things where like, I don't know, like I don't feel like I have to do this. And I definitely think that that's how it comes off sometimes. It's like, oh, she feels like she has to upload a video, or she has to do this. And I kind of was starting to feel, not, I don't want to say like, oh, I felt like I had to, but I definitely started to feel like I was forcing myself to do it, and that was kind of something I didn't want, because I enjoy this and I don't want to stop enjoying it. So yeah. Now, okay, so let's talk about like what I did kind of to have this come back to reality, to kind of get back to a good place, get back to a good mindset, etc., etc. I took a night off. And by saying that, I mean I did nothing social media, blog related. Now, I did get on social media because I do enjoy social media, so obviously I got on social media, but I didn't worry about, okay, I have to do a promo tweet. I didn't worry about, oh, I need to promote myself on Instagram stories. I didn't think about, oh, I need to edit this video, or oh, I need to do this blog post. I just stopped and I let myself be for one night. And I read, I drank coffee, you know, I just let myself be. And I think that that is something I had lost, because prior to this, I used to always, every morning, I used to not check my phone for the first 30 minutes of the day. I used to drink my coffee, enjoy my coffee, have a small breakfast, and then I would get on social media. That is something I lost, honestly, because I was so worried about, okay, I have to take a photo for my coffee Instagram, or oh, I've got to, you know, check my stats on this, or I've got to do that. And I honestly think that because of the fact that I sat and was like constantly on my phone and constantly forcing myself to do these things, I was starting to not love it. And that's the thing, like my coffee Instagram, that's just for fun. That's just for me. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I mean, I was literally posting coffee on my normal Instagram daily, and I figured, you know what, why not start a coffee Instagram? So that's what I did. I started a coffee Instagram, and I enjoy it. I love it. I don't work very hard on it. I know that you know, and like that kind of also goes with my personal Instagram. I had thought about, oh, I'm gonna theme it, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And then I realized, Megan, you don't need to do all that. Like, just be yourself. Stop trying to do the extra. Go the mile. Just let it be for the day. Let it be, because it's not worth all your time and energy to sit here and make these fancy edits and do all these fancy things. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy doing the fancy stuff and I enjoy it, but if I do it every day, I'm not going to enjoy it anymore. So that's what I realized. But I also, with my comeback to reality, I realized that while I love this now and while I will probably evolve and do different things over the years, I definitely don't want this to be my only thing, you know? Like, I don't want to look back in 10 years and go, what did I do the last 10 years? Oh, I did YouTube, or oh, I did Instagram, or oh, I did Twitter, or oh, I ran my blog. You know, I want to look back 10 years from now, I want to look back and go, okay, I worked towards my goals. I worked towards getting a degree. Then I worked towards getting another degree. You know, I genuinely just want to be happy. And I think that's all any of us want. And I think everybody can handle a different stress load and people can handle different things. But for me personally, I was taking on too much at once. And also another problem with me is I tend to go 10 steps too fast. And what I mean by that is I tend to think about tomorrow when today hasn't even happened. And that is something that I have to really remember. Take it day by day, one day at a time. You're doing shit the correct way. You will be okay. Just calm down, take a breath, and relax. And that's kind of my advice to anybody who is really dealing with anxiety. Now, obviously, everybody has different anxieties, and obviously everybody has different stress, and everybody handles things differently. But for me personally, from my experience handling stress, my advice to you is to just take a moment, step back, and reevaluate. What in your life do you need, and what in your life don't you need? You know, is something you're doing now really not helping you? Is what you're doing now affecting you in a negative way? Just deep breath in, deep breath out, take a breather, relax, take a night off, take a day off, take an hour off, whatever you gotta do, just relax. Especially if you're in school, relax. But just down. That is my comeback to reality, and I'm kind of like a life update sort of thing. I don't know. We're not going to call it a life update. We're going to call it something else, but that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like me going, hey, this is what's happening. By the way, I am trying my best. Also, by no means am I saying like, oh, I'm not going to upload videos or anything. I'm still going to try and upload videos 4 times a week, and I'm still going to try and do that because I love it. I enjoy it. It's not something I hate. It's not, you know, so I'm still going to do it. It's just, I want to make sure y'all understand that if you don't see my Twitter for a day, it's nothing crazy. If you don't see me on Instagram for a day, it's nothing crazy. I just took a breath. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, hit that red subscribe button right down below. And I make videos 4 times a week, Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, most of the time. And yeah, as always, I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely